Pop it in. Hey, it's gone in.
It works.
Hey guys, welcome to the show. Today we're going to be installing a brick and letterbox into a hole in our concrete wall. Now, lucky for you, we had to replace our brick and letterbox because it rusted. We got a bad model. But I've got the replacement here and we're going to be sharing with you on how to place it if you need to do it yourself. So this is a Sandleford, and notice it says 316 stainless steel, which means it's rust and corrosive protected.
We are by the water, and so there's lots of salt in the air, and so we wanted something that was going to last the test of time, that wouldn't need replacing in 5 minutes because it was rusty because of the sea salt. So hopefully this is going to help us out with that. And as Ash is unboxing the box, I'm just going to talk about how amazing letterboxes are, because when the postman comes, he has a place to give you the letters. Now, we have previously struggled because we actually haven't had a letterbox now for maybe 2 months, and so the postman has been putting letters in the hole,
And he's been flying out.
but they've been coming out, so because of the wind and so on. As you can see, it's a very windy day right now, so the letters, we've been finding them on the floor, and then if it happens to rain after the postman has been here, they get all soggy. So letterboxes are actually really useful, even though you don't actually get many letters these days, but they are useful when they count.
Now, something you're going to realize if you do have one of these fences is that this is actually a pretty wide letterbox. The minimum width actually makes it stick out of the wall itself. I've got a neighbor who's actually sawed off and customized it so it's nice and flush, but the problem with doing that is that the letters don't go in, they hang outside, which probably happens anyway because the delivery
does
guy,
actually happen.
he always just leaves them like that anyway.
Yeah.
So it probably won't make that big of a difference. We're going to install it the normal way, and we're probably going to box it up, put some concrete or render behind it,
Yes.
and make it look pretty at the end. But first, let's do it. So this is the front plate.
Ooh, it's actually quite heavy. Well, it's not that heavy, but it's okay. Like, it feels like it's durable. It's going to last us some time. The previous one we had actually started rusting
Unfortunately,
on the bottom
yeah.
layer over here, and so we took it back to the shop and they said that sounds like it's faulty because it shouldn't rust because it is marine grade stainless steel. So they basically just replaced it for us, and so we have this new one which hopefully is not going to rust in the rain.
And this is the back plate over here, and you get keys inside just like that.
Exciting. The only issue with this kind of thing, this kind of letterbox, is fingerprints. As Ash is touching the letterbox, it is getting a bit fingerprinty, but there's nothing you can't buff out with a microfiber cloth because I have already done that in the past.
But first step you do, you get the keys. You actually take a note of the number. So this is my keys number, so if I ever lose these keys, I can remember that this is a special key set and get a replacement from it. And then you probably unlock the back. There you go. How to open a lock. That's what you learned today. Make sure you hit that subscribe button to learn more amazing. So next up, what you want to do, you actually want to make the hole for the letterbox, and it's very complicated engineering. You have to figure out what you're doing with your life. So I guess you need 4 sides. All right, so inside the box you get a small piece, which is 2 bricks wide, and a more extended piece, and you can actually attach them together to get a super long piece, you know, if you have a really deep passion for letters. So you just assemble it like that inside, and you shove it, oh, not like that, sorry, like this, and you shove it in your cavity. So I got a cavity over here. So as you can see over the top there, it's just a bit of render holding it, just pretty much around the top, gluing that bit there, so it's inside. So now we're going to attach the top in, and I'll show you how to do that. So we're just removing these nuts using the wrench, twist to the right, just to undo it and get it ongoing. And there's 4 of them you need to remove. So I just undid the little bolts and the washers, and this piece slides out. And this piece, again, will reconnect to the front plate, but we're going to be putting it on these side connections. Around the front here, it just goes in like that. And as you can see, I've already got it attached because I told you I was replacing mine, so I won't be needing this. So these screws go in little holes. There you go, perfect. Also, when putting it on, just use a level, make sure it's straight before you fully bolt it on.
Straight to the middle.
It's in the middle. And on the other side, we're going to be putting the washers in. All right, now it's the nuts. All right, Right, so I'm just putting the nuts in superficially with my hands. Just tighten it all the way to the back. Now you can go ahead and use a wrench to tighten it hard. But in my experience, what I found is, if you look over on this side, if you do tighten it too much, you actually get indents on this side here. So I'm just gonna do the pushing test and just see that it is pretty firm as it is. So I'm not gonna over tighten it, I'm gonna leave it hand tightened. So this is the best chance to clean it, because once you get the frame on top.
Ash, did you say you needed some cleaning done? Well, you're lucky, because cleaning is my middle name, and I'm happy to clean it for you. Okay, so the problem here was that there was some duct tape that had been left on for a very long time, and trying to clean it off was a bit of a nightmare. So what I do, I tried to use a scraper, which didn't work. I also used a magic block, which did nothing. And so I thought to myself, well, what will get rid of sticky things with glue? None other than your olive oil in your kitchen fridge or kitchen cabinet. So all I did was I popped on a little bit of olive oil in here, and then I used my nails just to scrape away a little bit. And as you can see, it's pretty much all gone, just a little bit left, but with a bit of patience, you will get rid of that glue stain.
Wow, what a great job. I'm so impressed. Now back to putting this on. You see these go on the underside and the inside, and these hooks hook into this plate. And just shove it in. That's it. You've now installed your letterbox. Now there is one more thing left to do, and that is the siliconing. If you look in the pack, it actually comes with this protection film to put over your letterbox when installing. So we kind of did this a bit back to front, but we're going to be using this protection piece for the siliconing portion. So what I'll do is I'll give this a nice little clean up, then put the sheet on top, and then we'll be siliconing.
Okay, that's all clean. So all I did to clean it was I used a little alcohol wipe and a microfiber cloth, and just going in one direction, getting rid of all those fingerprints that we had. So now we are ready for covering up for silicone. We're going to be using a waterproof silicone for this, so one that is suitable for outdoors and is storm-proof as well, because we do get some harsh temperatures here. And essentially we're going to be using our gun just to go all the way across and water seal it, ready for the rain. All right, so what I've got here is a storm sealant, which I've tipped off, cut off the nib really, really finely at a 45-degree angle, which is hopefully going to get into that little gap. And I've also, you'll note, got a microfiber cloth which is wet, just to wipe away any excess. So I'm going to prime this up, and really just got to do this in one fell swoop. There we have it, so that's done. So what we do now is just clean it up with your wet cloth and make the edges all pretty. Gorgeous.
Wow, that's amazing. You've done such a good job.
Thank you.
And that's it, your letterbox is now complete. One last thing left to do is test it out, make sure it fully works. So I got a letter here and just pop it in. Hey, it's gone in.
It worked.
And around the other side, look at that, that's the lift. Lift it up. Whoa, whoa. You got it. Into the 21st century. Amazing, this is for you actually.
Thank you so much. Oh,
and now, just to make sure, you know, the crims, they don't access your letters, you just put your key in, you lock it, and look at that. Forever protected.
Job done. Congratulations on your letterbox.
So let us know what kind of letterboxes you guys are having out there in the world. Now remember, this is a brick and letterbox, and this wall is a bit too slim for it, so you can saw it down to size, or like me, I'm probably just gonna apply a bit of render. Once I've finished conjuring up, I'll put some lights and all that stuff in. Hope you guys have found this video useful and enjoyed
the show.
It worked.
I like it.
Hey, that was
Good
cool.
job.
That was cute. Hey.
Good job.